Hey, this is Russ. Hey, I got a new ETrike to show you guys. Now, many of you might already know about this already out. It's been a while since I've been able to actually get to this, but I wanted to show you the new Lectric XPtrike 2. Yeah, this is a refined version of the XPtrike. XPtrike was the most popular e-trike in America. I fully expect this one will be so as well. Now, if you take a look at this trike, they've done some refinements to it. Yep, even the badging on here is so much cleaner looking to me than the past one. Yeah, they've went to a little more understated type badging there. I think it looks really good. Good job to the guys who did the graphics. And there's some new features that they've included. Kept the price the same too. Yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and talk about some of the things that the new bike has here. Now, they put a new 750 watt motor option on here, which is going to be shipping soon. This one happens to be the 500 watt motor version. Okay. So they've got a new motor system down here. Yeah, this is the ultra quiet motor that they've been putting on all their other bikes. Yep. They redesigned the down tube with hydroform. Yep, hydroform down tube to call it. I don't know exactly what that means, but supposedly it adds stability and it's a better ergonomic ride. Yeah, you have a little more upright position, they said too. They also added a front fork suspension. The Cloud 50 suspension is added to it. The past model did not have any front fork suspension at all. They added turn signals here too, and brake lights, updated with Star Union hydraulic brakes, and so it's easier for parking and everything else too. So here's how that works. Let me show you real quickly here. See, on a trike, if you push it, it's just going to move, right? So what they did is they have a locking mechanism. So if you pull on the handbrake and turn this little blue thing here, that locks the bike. You have one on each side. Okay, so for the rear wheel and the front wheel, and then if you want to release it, just pull up on this and release the blue thing, and that releases it. Okay, so yeah, it's a much better mechanism for locking the bike. So what else did they do? Turn signals, yeah, okay, let me show you turn signals. So up and down on this pad here changes your pedal assist levels. They give them names now, so let me show you real quickly here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a thing that says off, eco, tour, sport, sport plus, and turbo. So it's basically like pedal assist levels 1 through 5, okay? And then turn signals is just use this left and right. So if you push the left, you'll see over here, this thing will start blinking. I don't know if you can see that. And if you look in the back here, that will start blinking, okay? To cancel it, all you have to do is push the button one more time. That'll cancel the light there, and that'll cancel the turn signals there, okay? And of course, let me see if I can hold this and still, if you pull the handbrake, it will activate a stop signal. And of course, if you have your headlights on, to turn on the headlights, just push and hold the plus button, then it'll go into headlight mode. So that will stay on back there. And then you've got the new headlight over here, which is the bigger style headlight. All right, what other goodies does this thing have? There's so much stuff on this thing. I had to keep notes on this just to keep track of it all. They have 6 new colors. There's Phoenix Red, Lavender Haze, Glacial Blue, Dusk Blue, Stratus White, which is what I have here, and Tempest Gray. Okay, still fully foldable. You can fold this trike in half. What else? Yeah, UL 2271 and 2849 certified. So your batteries are certified. The bike itself is certified as well. The trike, I should say. Now they added a new detachable TFT display, so you can actually take that display off and it is color, right? Okay. Yeah, we already talked about the motor, the M24 motor, super quiet. Yeah, the M24 motor on all the new bikes are really nice and quiet. Top speed, 14 miles per hour. Top load, 330 pounds load capacity, okay? Now, this is the 500 watt version. Later on, they plan to have the 700 watt version will come out. The 500 watt version I have here is a cadence sensor bike, which means whatever you set your levels over here, you know, whether you choose the eco mode or the tour mode or whatever mode you choose, it has a preset amount of help it's going to give you. And so as long as you keep your pedals moving, it'll get you to that speed level, okay? However, on the new 750 watt version that'll be coming out, it'll be a torque sensor on that bike. So it'll have a different type of feel as you pedal, okay? You pedal harder, you're gonna get a little more speed, that type of thing, all right? So it's a half twist throttle on the right-hand side, okay? And step over height is 13.8 inches. So just to get through there, 13.8 inches is needed. Now, let's get back to the motor. Like I said, the one that we're looking at here has a 500 watt motor, but it peaks at 1,092 watts. It's got 65 Newton meters of torque, and the battery itself is 13 amp hours. It's a 48 volt battery, okay? So cost on this bike, $14.99. It's about a 50-mile range. If you are nice and lightweight like Alex is the person at Lectric who does the testing of the bikes to determine the range. Alex is about 145 pounds, okay? So if you are heavier than that, well, you probably won't get your 50-mile range. But I usually say, you know, most people can probably get at least half of that, at least 25-mile range if you're pedaling, you know, and you're conservative on whichever pedal assist level you put it at, okay? So what about the 750 watt version? Well, that's gonna peak higher. I'm not sure exactly what the peak will be on it, but it's got 85 Newton meters of torque as opposed to the 65, so it's gonna get over hills easier. It's got a 17.5 amp hour battery. It's still 48 volts. And again, like I said, it's torque censored. So that one was gonna run $17.99 with a 70-mile range, okay? And this new 750 watt version will be compatible with their 5 amp charger. That'll reduce your charging time by about 65%. Yep. So what about the comparison of this versus the older version of the Trike? Now, the older version of the Trike was America's #1 selling Trike, from what I understand. But basically, you've got some new features on here. Now, if you purchase the Trike now, okay, they are currently giving away certain free features. They're giving the advanced seating here, so you got a backrest on it and all that. That used to cost extra. They're giving away the rear basket and the front basket. I have my Insta360 camera sitting in there right now. So you get that, okay? So yeah, you want to order stuff in advance if you can. Get some free extra goods, right? So the old version was a 500 watt motor that peaked at 1,092 watts also. But the new version, you have an option of the 750, okay? Fast charging is not available on the smaller battery and smaller wattage versions. So the fast charger is basically for the 750. They added turn signals this year. They didn't have that last year. The display screen from last year was monochrome. This time it's detachable color. The brakes, they went to Star Union hydraulic brakes, and the brake mechanism we mentioned already. So tires are 20 by 2.6 inch tires on the old one. They're 20 by 2.5 inch tires on the new one, okay? So that's a little difference, I guess. Cadence sensor only on the old version. This one is cadence sensor too, but if you get to the 750 version, then you have a torque sensor, right? And then the old version only had one color, that was graphite, and now they come in 6 different colors, okay? So anyway, that's the features of the Trike. And I think if you're looking for a Trike this might be one that you might want to consider. It is actually very nice. I mean, the top section here will fold down. You just mess with this thing, pull this thing. Let me see if I can do it with one hand here. This will drop, okay? There is a mechanism on this side. I'm not gonna do it here because like I said the grass is a little wet here. But this thing here, you pull this open and then the trike will fold in half, okay? So now if you have baskets on there, it makes it a little bit tougher, you know, during the folding time, but I think most people probably put the baskets on there. So what happens is the front headlight is usually mounted on the fender here. There's actually a bracket here on the fender, but if you put the front basket on, then you remove that light, put it to the front here, and then they give you an extension cable to bring the cabling out to it, okay? Seat height goes pretty high. I'm telling you, I can get full leg extension. I have almost like a 31-inch inseam, and as you know, I usually put my bikes up on full leg extension. So it's way up there for me right now, and it still has height available. So no fears of this thing being too low to the ground if you want to go higher. All right, let's put this thing back up here. Flip it back up. Let's lock the mechanism right here. And we're back up and running. Okay, let's go ahead and take this trike out for a ride, see how it feels, give you my impressions. Sit tight. Okay, let's get moving here. I'm gonna go down this little decline here. So you always want to be a little careful as you roll past things like this. I'm gonna take it a little bit easier. And let's just ride a little bit here. Try to angle the that thing down a little bit so it's easier for you to see. Let's change our pedal assist levels a little bit. Let's go ahead and throttle for a bit here. Now, the one thing I've mentioned in the past about e-trikes is that you got to get used to it, okay? Trikes have to be able to have all three wheels contacting the pavement. So if the pavement angles a little bit, you will feel like you're tilting a little bit, okay? So you got to get used to that. And again, if you're on the sidewalk, keep in mind that the wheels are wider in the back. Okay, so chances are you'll be eating up the entire sidewalk if you're riding a trike on the sidewalk, just so that you're aware of that. Okay, I have to move my Insta360s bouncing off of the front rack there. I got to be careful. I'll pull that out in a minute so you can see me riding it. Let's just go down the street a little bit here. Now, typically I don't go very fast on e-trikes. I take my time on an e-trike. And again, you have turn signals. I didn't use the turn signal there. I should probably do that. Yeah, it's kind of an overcast day today, so yeah, let's pedal a little bit here. So now, are there any gears on here? No, this is a single geared bike, trike, I should say. And so if you pedal, you're really relying on your pedal assist things here. So depending on how high you have the pedal assist level set for, that'll determine how fast you're going to be going. Nice cool day today. Yeah, nice day for a bike ride. Although lately our air quality hasn't been the greatest. They tell me it's from wildfires happening, things happening in Canada as well, and then yeah, it's affecting us here. Oh, they do give you a bell now. Yeah, see they have a little bell. In the past they didn't. Turn here. Let's go and turn. There we go. I gave a hand signal since there was a person in the car already there. They can't see it from the front. There are no lights in the front, so you got to remember, if you're turning in front of somebody, they can't see that turn signal. It's only in the back. All right, so you want to use hand signals if you can. The whole thing is I want to keep everyone safe on both e-bikes and e-trikes. You got to be careful of how you ride. Okay. So let's do this. I'm going to stop for a second here. Brakes work very well. Let me go ahead and grab my Insta360 camera. You know, nice part about the trike, I could be sitting on this trike while I'm doing all this. I don't have to try to balance it because it's something I could sit on. Let's turn my Insta360 on here. In case you guys have never seen this before, yeah, so we're recording at this point. So all I do is I just hold the Insta360 out, and then we go. So you can see it. I'm gonna, to make it easier for myself, since I gotta hold this camera, I'm just gonna throttle it. I think you'll get the idea. You know, I'll pedal a little bit here. Okay. I should pedal and let you guys see that too. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's go ahead and stop at this stop sign here. We got a car behind me. Let's throttle to get past here. Now again here, as I'm going through this area, I can see that the street is curving towards the curb because of drainage, right? So you will feel like you're tilted a little bit. So you got to get used to that sensation. Takes a while to get used to on an ETrike, but once you do get used to it, you can usually do pretty well. So, yeah, nice ride. Yeah, this is an easy trike to ride. It's you're not going to pedal hard. It's not going to tire you out or anything like that. So if you're looking for a nice easy ride and you might have potential issues with balancing a two-wheel bike, ETrike might be a nice alternative. All right, let me pull the Insta360 camera out here, pull it back. So here's how I typically do it, is to get through the intersections, because I want to get through there quickly. I'll usually throttle through the intersection, and then if I decide I want to pedal, then I'll pedal after I've passed the intersection. And it takes a little while to get used to riding a trike, I'll say that. It's, the sensation is different. So I think anyone considering an ETrike should realize that. Let's go make the turn here. But if you take it easy on your first times out, you should be okay. I personally like riding more towards the middle of the street because I don't want to be tilting a little bit. But again, if you're riding like residential streets here, or at least in my area, it's not so bad. Let's get past through here because they've got leaf blowers going on. It's a little loud. Okay, so maximum speed on this trike is 14 miles an hour, which I think for a nice, easy cruising speed, that's plenty on an e-bike, an e-trike, I'm sorry. So if you want something faster, I mean, there are trikes out there that will do that, but I think it's actually safer to stay a little bit lower in speed on an e-trike. I think many people who are considering e-trikes too are not really necessarily looking for speed. They're just looking for the fun of the ride, right? Yeah, this is very nice. It's just like their original XP Trike. This XP Trike 2 does a good job. Yeah, I like all the refinements they've made to the trike. They've kept the pricing the same. So really, very hard to beat. Yeah, I definitely like the new seating. It's wider than the original seat. Although Lectric did send me, they did send me the upgraded seating for my original XP Trike, so I changed it out. But it's now on this particular trike. I think it's part of it. I don't think there's an option to go to the smaller seat. Personally, I think you're going to want this better seat. It's kind of nice having a backrest. Yeah, definitely nice. So what's my impressions of this trike? Yeah, it's another winner. Good job, Lectric. I'm looking forward to see what the 750 watt version will do. My understanding is they do plan to send me one. When is it going to be available? Not really sure. Maybe another month or two before we see that coming. But it's going to cost a little bit more, like I said, a couple $100 more. But if you're just looking for, the basic trike, yeah, get this one. If you think that you might need a longer range, or you might stop here. You might want better hill climbing ability, then you might want to wait for the 750 watt version of it. All right, that's all I have for you guys for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're interested in one of these e-trikes, go ahead and use the affiliate link that I have in the description of the video. That'll help me out and lets Lectric know that I'm doing my job and letting you know about the products that they have. I'll talk to you guys next time.